Wonderful. Welcome everyone to today's class, Be an Architect of Your Life. And let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Katya Dmitrieva. I'm intuitive life coach and founder of Intuitive Life Coaching Academy of the Third Eye, where we um, um, teach and certify intuitive life coaches. So if you have questions about that, please let us know. We will be happy to invite you to a free discovery call, or there is, if you want to learn more about the program, or you're welcome to schedule a free client transformation audit. Oksana will share with you the links. So let's start with our topic today. So, but before we start, I just wanted to say thank you for joining, and please, during the class, ask all your questions. Let's use the chat, and I will also be giving you opportunity to ask your question in person, so to say. But anything you have, anything you would like to bring up to our today's conversation, I hope we will be able to have also a dialogue. Please do it in the chat or when I open the floor for our discussion. That would be great to hear from you as well. So I'm inviting us to put on a hat of an architect today for this hour, and to try to see a life through the view, through the prism of architect's hat. How to actually become an architect of your life. What does it mean? Why is it important? And how we can become a little bit closer to being architects of our life, what we can do each day to make our life closer to our dreams, to what we really want to achieve and have in our life. So please post in the chat, what does it mean to you when you hear that? Be an architect of your life. What does it even mean? To be a creator, to be a director, and to be a main character in that movie that is called life, right? Being the creator of what you want to have in life. And I would like to share with you right now, I'm inviting you, so we start with something interesting today, something a little bit intuitive, something a little bit creative that will make us think, reflect, and maybe allow us to answer some questions that we're trying to answer at this call. So let me share my screen quickly. So I want you to look, do you all see the picture I'm showing right now? Do you all see that? Okay. Here is the picture I just downloaded from internet on different types of buildings. So you can see here apartment complexes, barn, bungalows, cabins, camper van, castle, and so many different constructions and buildings. So what I'm inviting you to do is to look at this picture, look at the names of all these buildings, because we're trying to, right? We are trying to put on the head of a architect right now. And what building or you would like to live in? Look at all this building. Maybe there is something missing here. So go ahead and think of a building that you would like to live in. What attracts you? Maybe you would like to be a vagabond and travel all over the world and live in a camper. Maybe you want to live in a castle like a princess. Maybe you would like to have a beautiful mansion or villa, or live in a small but very cozy apartment. So look at all these names, and please put in the chat what comes up to you, what you would like to live in if you had all the money, all the opportunities, if there were nothing stopping you from getting that house or that building. Where would you live? And please share it in comments. Don't overthink it. Don't put too much thinking into that. Like, what stands out? What is the first feeling, thing, or idea that comes to mind for you right now? So put in the comment. So mention. Sagar said mention. Treehouse. Actually, it's such a great idea. Cabin, condo, thank you. Farmhouse, RV, and castle. Okay. Get my degree. You have a degree in architecture. Okay, so tell us.
That was a joke.
It was a joke, but you know what? I would not be surprised. You are a very, very intelligent person, so you might have had that education as well.
I'm not that smart, but I appreciate the compliment.
You are, and we already know it. So, yeah. So, now I will stop the sharing if you had all the chance to look at again. Maybe you can say, okay, first place is a castle, second place is camper van, and third place is igloo. Maybe there were moments when I want to hide away, go away from the whole world, and live in a small but very cozy, comfortable igloo. So thank you very much for playing that game with me. I will stop sharing. So now I want you, if you have a piece of paper, take that piece of paper or something to write on and with, and write that down. Write those things that came to you when I asked you to think of a building you would like to live in. And now, looking at that building, at that construction, think about what characteristics this building has. What characteristics? It's luxurious. It's small and cozy. It's something where that can take me places. Like, describe it. Describe that for yourself. How does this look for you, or what does it mean to you? Like, why you were attracted to that? Ask yourself that question. Maybe because I want a spacious place. Maybe I want whatever it is for you. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, so to say. I want you to think about what attracted you in the first place to that construction. Why? And put it in the chat. Put some of your thoughts in the chat. I love it. So, cozy condo on the beach where I could see the sunrise on the ocean. It's so beautiful. Okay, what else? Why? I will give you a minute to think. And now I want you to think about how this place that you would love to live in is related to who you are. How does this? It doesn't matter if you don't have that place yet, if you don't live in a castle, if you don't live in a mansion, or if you don't have that condo facing the ocean. How does it relate to who you are? How is it connected with your authenticity, with who you are deep down at your core? Maybe you've heard from your parents that you have to have a white fence and big house with 3 kids and 5 dogs and nice backyard. And all of a sudden you saw yourself in an igloo, right? So reflect on your choice and also share with me if you're already having the place like that, or if you're already close to your dream. Yeah, so Jamila says that I'm an earth child and I feel most at peace in natural surroundings. Yeah. So now see where you are in reality. Where do you live? And how is it authentic to who you really want to be and where you want to be? And now we have a big question of how to actually bridge the gap between where we are or what people want us to be or where they want us to be with where we really belong, and how to get there, how to overcome those prejudice, those limitations, those fears, limiting beliefs. Society tells us, no, you can't live like that, you have to do certain way, because only when we are truly authentic we will be able to build the house, to build our life the way we really want. And when we allow the whole world to dictate how we will live, where we will live, how this will look like, we will never be able to be the real architects, real creators, real of our life. So we will always be looking at how to please others, how to make, how to follow their footsteps or what other people will think. So this is a very, very important thing. So I also want to ask you, when you connected with that place of your choice, what feelings came to you? Like, what was the feeling when you were thinking the thoughts of, oh, this is the place there where I would like to live, or where I would like to have? Like, what are the feelings? And share them in the chat. What feelings came up? And what thoughts do you have in terms of, oh, it is impossible, oh, it's too expensive, or vice versa, where I have to downsize? Like, what are the true feelings and thoughts come to you when you actually think about what you want, what's right for you, what you would like to have? Yeah. So Kimberly is saying that try the other way according to the American dream, and my soul was dying, being so close to many people and having no control of my peace and tranquility. The RV in nature gives my spirit and I'm great. I love it. I love how you said it. Yeah, so Jamila says excitement. I could smell the earth, peaceful and balanced. Think of how can you actually bring that dream a little bit closer into your life. What can you do to build the building of your dreams? And we start building the building of our dreams with a mindset, right? With a mindset shift, because we live for mostly in our heads, right? That's where we reside. We live in our heads. It doesn't matter that we live in the society in different states, in different places. We live in our heads, and our life for people outside could look very, very good, very successful, very happy. But if we are not happy in our heads, we will not enjoy it, no matter how rich we are, no matter how supported we are, no matter how safe we are. So we will never be able to see that. We will never be able to see the beauty of things we have if we are negative, if we think, if we are our worst critics, if we constantly think negative thoughts, if we judge ourselves. And with that, when we judge ourselves, we judge the whole world. Then we are very negative and very unpleasant with everybody else because we can't like ourselves. So, but the good news about this is that thinking is just another habit, and how we can create habits. We can create a habit of going to the gym. We can create a habit of healthy lifestyle, healthy food. The same thing, we can create a healthy habit of thinking. It's just quite like a quite new thought, right? Like for the longest time, negative people, they thought that they can't do anything about it, or that all they had was, going into depression, or just living a small, unauthentic life, someone hidden under the table. But the good news is that we can change the place we live in. We can change our thinking. We can work on that habit, and it takes at least 21 days to create a new habit. The same thing, we can focus on creating the habit or exercising the muscle of positive thinking. And I'm not trying to say that, oh, be an idiot and only think positive, right? It's impossible, especially with everything that's happening in the world. People suffering, people struggling, a lot of pain and grief is happening. Let's not be ignorant to all that, but at the same time, it's what's in our power. People, especially during difficult times, we feel hopeless. We feel that we don't have control, right? We don't have control of the war that's happening. And how we can shift that thinking from slipping into deeper depression into creating positive thinking. We can do that by thinking of, okay, what is in my control? Okay, this is not in my control. This is also whether this person loves me or not is not in my control. Whether the war stops right now or not is not in my control. Whether I'm turning 48 in a week is out of my control. What's in my control? What's in my control is thoughts I think, feelings I feel, and actions I take. So there is a very powerful breakthrough laser coaching technique that we teach in our Intuitive Life Coaching Academy that can help you to start creating that shift, exercise the muscle. So every thought we have creates a feeling. and every feeling creates an action. So let's say you have a wonderful goal of finding your life purpose, finding love, a job that will fulfill you. But your thoughts are very negative. You think that, it's so hard. There are no people out there who will like me. I will not be able to make money living in my purpose. Or, like really watch your thoughts. And if your thoughts are so negative, every thought creates a feeling and emotion. If the thought is like, I can't do that, it's impossible, uh, it will create a negative feeling of maybe sadness, anger, anxiety. And with those thoughts and negative feelings, can you imagine what actions you will take, right? If you think that I'm less than, I'm not capable, it's all works for everybody but me, there is something defective about me, you will have very anxious, very negative feelings. And these feelings will create an action of self-sabotage and not doing it, or doing something that will hurt you because you're already thinking that I'm not so great, right? Like there is something wrong with me. I'm defective. I'm not good enough. So every thought creates a feeling, and every feeling creates an action. So, but again, the good news here is that we all have thoughts and feelings, but we are not our thoughts and feelings. We can create whatever we want to support us or to destroy us. And without being conscious, we usually go towards the direction of what? Self-destruction, right? Press the button, self-destruct. Because we are not even, we don't do it consciously. Because as I like to say, that we are all born with a basic package. We are given basic package for free, right? We are born with package of fight and flight, just for survival, like in old good days, right? When we had to run from a tiger, I don't know, like that would kill and eat us, right? So fight and flight response is what we are given with basic, with for free. Everything else we need to invest. And the investment is that we need to, for the investment, we need to work on that, right? So always investments come with a price. Let's be transparent and honest here. And the investment is our work. The same thing, like we are born not knowing how to drive a car, or how to use different tools, or how to dress up, how to do anything. So we have to learn all these things. The same thing we need to do with our thinking. It's a learned activity. It's a habit. Remember yourself when you started driving. Oh my God, you're like, okay, I started driving with a stick shift 100 years ago. And I was like, okay, you have to do all these things at the same time. And how people do that? So, it was so, I was so overwhelmed with just a thought that I have to do all this 135 things at the same time, and at the same time look at the road, and like it was overwhelming. And now, of course, I drive on autopilot, but still being very careful. So it's the same thing. So we need to start somewhere. And then the habit happens like a snowball, right? First, it's really hard. First, you have to do it like I like to say it, fake it until you make it. First, it's like all into like the habit is created by you putting effort, thought, conscious work. It's like, okay, I stop myself right now. Again, I'm thinking very negative. And I will be happy to share with you an exercise that we offer in the academy for our students. And that's what I also do with my coaching clients, offer to my coaching clients. Choose a day, 1 day a week. First start with 1 day, right? We have to start somewhere. Don't create unrealistic goals because you will not meet them. You will drop them. So think about something realistic, and 1 day is quite realistic, right? You don't have to say, okay, every day now from this moment on, my thinking will only be positive. No, it's bullshit. It's not going to happen. So choose 1 day as a test exercise, and during that day, keep a journal next to you or use your phones with notes where you can or your computer, something that you can have with you at all times that day, and notice your thinking. Think, write down all your thoughts, what you're thinking, the building you're living right now. And by the end of the day, I bet it's not going to look like a mansion. It's not going to look like a beautiful, cozy place with a fireplace in the forest or by the ocean, right? So write down, but be very honest with yourself. Be very honest. Write down every thought that you have without judgment, without altering. So it's not an exercise to shift your thoughts. It's the next step, right? First, let's just notice them. Let's just notice what comes up. What do you think? And very big chance is that these thoughts will be horrendous. These thoughts will be very bad. Like if you were to read those thoughts and would not know that it was you, you would think, oh my God, this is my enemy. This is the person who hates me so much. And again, this is the exercise, not in shifting, it's just in noticing and observing. So just put in the chat if you are ready to do that exercise. Share with me, are you ready to do that exercise? Anybody would like to do this exercise? Mary will do that. Great. So choose a day and find someone if you need accountability, because people need accountability. When we're not accountable for anything, we actually, okay, Mary, thank you so much. And Jamila will do that too. So choose a day and announce it, state it, tell it to somebody. Like, I will do it Friday, Sunday. Okay, Thursday. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, so choose a day where you will solely, nothing else, you will be noticing and writing down your thoughts without alteration, without making it sound less than, better than, more attractive. So you may not show it to anyone. If you're already working with a coach, you are welcome and it feels right for you, or your therapist, you are welcome to share it with them. If not, it will be your very intimate and private exercise. So that's the first step. The first step is always awareness for anything we do. Without awareness, we can't really understand ourselves. We can't know who we are authentically. We can't connect with ourselves, with our intuition. We can't reflect. We can't make right decisions. Only when we are able to bring awareness, understanding to how we think, how we feel. This is a big step towards finding and building the building of your dreams, where you will live, right? And again, it starts with your head. So after you write down all this wonderful thoughts, and probably you will come to some huge realizations that day. But my request is, please don't be additionally hard on yourself. And don't think that, oh, it's only me who thinks this way. Everybody else got it perfect. They are so positive. It's just me. It's my defect or something wrong with me. Why? No, it's all of us, because we all come with this package, right? Package of fight and flight, because we needed that to survive. But now it's different times, or at least we hope to think that way, where we're a little bit more enlightened or advanced, or a little bit more progressed, right, with our thinking, reflecting, intuition. So and then look at those things and find that one theme in all your thoughts, like one theme, one limiting belief or something there where you'll say, okay, you'll write down, I am defective, or I'm less than, I will never be able to have or get what I really want, or I'm not even going to find out what I want because I'm useless, worthless. So unfortunately, this will be the thoughts that will be coming to you. But with awareness, you will be able to rewrite the script, to create a new floor plan for your building, right? So that floor plan didn't work. It cost you a lot. It cost you so many things in your life. It probably cost you never rising to some occasions, never becoming what you really wanted to be, never pursuing something. So please, in the chat, if you can, put down what is the cost of those thoughts for you. What do you think is the cost you're paying every day for having that habit of negative thinking? Of being your worst enemy? What is the cost? What do you pay every day? Holding myself back. Yeah. So Mary, tell me more. What are you holding yourself back? Like, what? Give me more details. Like, holding back myself is a little bit general. What are you holding yourself back from? Yeah, Kimberly is saying the lost of time, right? And what does the loss of time mean to you? What would you be doing at that time if you had it? Opportunities from fear. Okay, so what did fear stop you from obtaining, doing, or having? Stress, irritation, unhappiness. Yes. Not being able to focus. Absolutely. Jamila, what if you were focused? What would be your life? what would your life look like? Or what would be different? Mary saying not taking action fast enough. Okay, what action? To do what? Be as specific as possible. So when you look at that list of those horrible thoughts that we all think about ourselves, yeah, deal with problems. Okay, tell yourself what is the cause of those thoughts, of that habit, of what are you, and then ask yourself, if I were to change those thoughts, because again, remember, we have thoughts and feelings, but we are not our thoughts and feelings. How my life, how my building would be different? Where would I be living instead? And go wild with your imagination. This is an exercise not of like real, not real. No, like go wild, go big. If your thoughts were different. And then, yeah, so Jamila says if she was able to focus, she would understand herself better. Absolutely. Understand my life purpose and would feel confident to develop and pursue it. Absolutely. So creating that goal, right? Creating like, what would you do? What would be important for you? What would be an option? What you would be pursuing if those thoughts were not in your head and now on the paper. Now it's time to rewrite those thoughts because you want this goal. You want to have authentic life. You want to pursue your passion. You want to start your business. You want to leave your corporate job and start, let's say, people helping business. But because of all those thoughts that give you anxiety and fear, what are your actions? No action. And you probably heard yourself think, and you probably heard from others who would say, oh, you are just a procrastinator. You're just lazy. Unless the person has really bad mental problems, procrastination and lazy doesn't exist. What exists is not the right priority or negative thinking that leads to anxiety, anger, sadness, pain that leads to non-action, because non-action is also a very loud action. If you know who you are, if you know what you want to do and you don't do that, the action of not taking that step forward towards it is a very loud action. It's a very loud action. So now you can take a marker and cross out each thought one after another and write down below what thought would be supportive for you. I will give you an example. Let's say my thought is, I'm too old for building a big, I don't know, 7-figure company that will transform people's lives. I'm too old. So these are my thoughts. When I have those thoughts, what feelings arise? Feelings of helplessness, hopelessness. I immediately start feeling fatigue. It's kind of a reminder, oh yeah, you are old. Probably when you're that old, what happens? You are tired, right? I'm tired. I'm sluggish. I'm sad. What does it mean? What action I'm taking? No action. I actually will procrastinate because, like, why even start if I'm too old? If my thought is I'm too old, why even start bothering. Like it will not happen anyway. So I want you to rewrite, take some time. Maybe you can think, oh, it's a little bit hideous, it's a little hideous work. No, it's this work can actually change your life. And if you spend a couple of hours doing it, and then will get the results of your life transforming, or things that will start shifting and changing, it's worthwhile, right? So, and rewrite each and every insulting, unpleasant, judgmental, harassing yourself thought. And then write it down on a piece of paper. And every day as a mantra, you can even turn, if you like to meditate, you can record it in your own voice, record it. Some people also are not very comfortable with their own voice, right? What you can do, you can ask somebody else to read it for you if you really, but it's another thing, right? So a lot of people are not comfortable with their voices, and this is a question to like why, right? Or what, like I'm guilty of that myself. So if you can record your own voice reading all these new positive thoughts. So what will be my positive thought? My positive thought is, instead of I'm too old to build a big successful company, I will say my experience, expertise, life experience, my education, my work, many years of work is a great testament of my expertise, for example, or is a great, will be all supportive of me building a success. Everything I learned, everything I went through, everything, all my successes and failures are a very positive thing, and will contribute to me building a successful business. And immediately when I say that, yes, Kimberly, I am tapping. Absolutely. And the moment I say that, guess what? What happens? I'm kind of getting excited. I'm like, okay, bring it on. Let's do it. And when I get excited, we take a different action from when you are upset and anxious, right? So my next step is like, okay, what can I do? What can I plan? How can I improve? Or what help or support do I need? How can I learn? So these are my thoughts that create a very positive feeling, that create a very positive action. So one day you focus on creating those, not creating, taking back, on writing down, just observing and writing it down without altering anything, your thoughts. Next day, you do the analysis, you're like, oh my God. Maybe you will find a theme or something that that is reoccurring, probably. And then think about, okay, what is the cost of me thinking that? And what do I really actually want to have in life? So please share with me. And more we share, more we give it energy, more manifestation mechanism starts to fire up and work, right? So when we keep it silent, when we never share, that's why doing how they called vision boards. Vision boards are so powerful because we create the vision. We sometimes put it on the wall in our rooms where other people can see that, and and more energy people give to it, more they can talk to it, more that's how manifestation works. Manifestation is not only pure magic. It's also like, okay, you think about it, you plant the seed, and then your mind, your brain will be working towards finding each and every way for it to come true, right? Even subconsciously. So create that kind of like a vision board first of those horrible things you say to yourself. Because when it's just in your mind, it's very different from when you see it. That's why working with a therapist or a coach is so powerful, because when we're just brewing, cooking in our own juices, in our own thoughts, the progress is not made. And only when we can express ourselves, when we can reflect, when we can think in a thought-provoking manner, then we can start thinking about solutions, about what we can change and how, and all this wonderful self-development things. So after you write it down, then think about what do you really want and what is the cost of you thinking those thoughts, and then rewrite each thought and start noticing when you rewrite this thought and say it out loud, maybe 3 times for each phrase, what feelings come to you, how your feelings start to shift. And then the magic will start happening. You start taking an action, positive action, because of the shift in your thoughts and feelings. And then every morning, I call it like, use it as a mantra, use it as a template for you to live that day. Read it in the morning, every morning. Again, you can record it for yourself and then listen to it as a mantra, as a meditation, as a prayer. Listen to those positive thoughts. See what feelings come up, and then start taking action. But you will be able to take an action because of that. And you are not taking this action not because you're not capable, not because you are less than, not because you are not as good as everybody else. It's only because of the habit, of old habit, of fight and flight, of negativity that we all have. So any questions you have so far, any specific questions? And please also write in the chat or tell me out loud if you are willing to take on that challenge. So I'm challenging all of you guys, including myself, to do that exercise. I will actually do it. How about that tomorrow? I will start writing my thoughts. Oh my God. I'm actually even excited and terrified at the same time. So who is with me? Who is going to do that too? We'll check with you. So everybody who is planning to do that, claim it, announce it. Say you, because you are saying it when you're saying it out loud or you putting in writing. There is more accountability, right? Accountability for you with the world, with universe, and universe will be like, oh, they're doing something about it, let me help them. Tony is on board, thank you. So let's start shifting our mindset. Let's start changing our mindset. Let's start building the house of our dreams where we will live, and from that you will be able to do anything. You will be able to literally build the house you want to live in. Yes, Michelle. And you will be able to overcome the fears. You will be able to take the step towards yourself, towards your creativity, intuition, true, real gifts, and no matter what. No one says that it will not be difficult. It will be not challenging. It will be, but you will have the right mindset. You will have the right tools. It's a tool, right? We call it a tool. It's a great tool to help us move from a place of misery, victimization, less than, into more power. And stars and universe will be supporting us. Sometimes it will be showing us the like the ugly and the hard and the shadow, which is important for us to see too, right? The truth, like that's what you will when you write down those negative thoughts, like, whoa, wow, I said that, oh my god. Oh, I must hate myself so much. So, yeah, so let's start with that. Let's keep each other accountable. And maybe I'm inviting you to schedule this call with me. So, thank you so much. So, I hope to see you all on this free client transformation audit. And we always finish all our classes in Intuitive Life Coaching Academy, in all our meetups. We always finish with a word. Whatever word you are willing to gift us, or whatever word that comes to you right now in this moment, please share that, and maybe we can even say it out loud. Oksana, what's your word for today? Beautiful minds. We just need to know how to apply them for them to be even more beautiful. Thank you. And we have someone, unfortunately, there is no name. You said self-observation. And we have Christine. What's your word? If you could tell us or put it in the chat. So my word will be believe. Let's believe. We need to believe. And believe will provide for us so many miracles and beautiful transformations. So thank you so much for your beautiful energy, for joining us today. I hope to see you all on the call at our classes, and looking forward to learn more about you, get to know you, and have a great time. So if you need accountability, you know where you can find it. So we are here for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and be an architect of your life, and start with the most important building where we live right now is our head. So thank you so much. And as I always say, see you later, alligators. See you soon, and have a wonderful evening.